Hello everyone, and welcome to MyniQ podcast. I'm your host, and I'll be sharing short English stories and conversations with you every day. Today's episode is Moonlit Madness. And the text level is fine. Learn about tricky action words and sayings, and how to talk about things when you know which thing you mean or how much of something. Stick around till the end for 5 quick questions to test your understanding. Alright then, let's get listening!
Moonlit madness. The sky was a deep shade of indigo, with only a sliver of moonlight visible above the horizon. It was as if the world had been painted in dark, foreboding colors, setting the tone for a night of unspeakable terror. I stood at the edge of the Grand Café, where the first public screening of A Trip to the Moon had taken place all those years ago. The memories of that historic event still linger in the air, but it was nothing compared to the madness that was about to unfold. As I walked through the deserted streets, the shadows seemed to twist and rip like living things. Every step felt like a betrayal, as if I was being led deeper into a nightmare from which there was no escape. And then I saw a figure standing at the edge of the moonlit square, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The last thing I remember was the sound of my own screams echoing through the empty streets as the darkness closed in around me. When they found me, I was catatonic, unable to speak or move. It was as if I had been forever trapped in a lunar nightmare, with no escape from the moonlit madness that had consumed me.
Now, let's move on to the conversation between Billy, Meg, Kelly, and their teacher, Louis, after reading the novel.
Well, I just finished reading that novel. What did you guys think of it?
I loved it. The way the author described the moonlit scene at the Grand Café was so vivid and eerie. It made me feel like I was right there with the protagonist.
Yeah, I thought that part was really cool too. But why about the figure standing at the edge of the moonlit square? What do you guys think it meant?
Well, I think it's clear that the author was trying to create a sense of foreboding and unease. The way the protagonist is drawn into this dark world is really unsettling. I see what you mean, Louis, and I love how the author uses the moonlight as a symbol of uncertainty. It's like everything is not quite right, but we're not sure why or how to fix it.
Exactly, and I think that's what makes this novel so compelling. It's not just a story, it's an exploration of our deepest fears and anxieties.
I never thought of it that way, but now that you mention it, it makes total sense. The author is basically asking us to confront our own darkness and see if we can find a way out.
Well said, Billy, and I think that's what makes this novel so important for us as readers. It challenges us to think critically about ourselves and the world around us.
Now, let's test your understanding of the novel and the dialogue with 5 questions. Question 1. What was the setting for the first public screening of A Trip to the Moon? A. Grand Café, Paris. B. Moonlit Square. C. Dark alley. D. Empty streets. E. Theaters. The answer is A. Grand Café, Paris. Question 2. What did the protagonist see at the edge of the moonlit square? A. A figure standing with a glowing light. B. A shadowy figure. C. A dark creature. D. A mysterious person. E. A statue. The answer is A. A figure standing with a glowing light. Question 3. How did the protagonist react after seeing the figure at the edge of the moonlit square? A. He ran away quickly. B. He screamed loudly. C. He became catatonic. D. He felt scared but stood still. E. He ignored it and continued walking. The answer is C. He became catatonic. Question 4. What was the author trying to create with the figure standing at the edge of the moonlit square? A. A sense of happiness. B. A feeling of unease. C. A moment of joy. D. A scene of sadness. E. A moment of excitement. The answer is B. A feeling of unease. Question 5. What did Billy think about the novel and the dialogue? A. He thought it was boring. B. He loved it and found it compelling. C. He thought it was okay but not his favorite. D. He hated it and wanted to throw it away. E. He didn't have an opinion. The answer is B. He loved it and found it compelling. That's it for today's quiz. How many did you answer correctly? Thanks for tuning in to my channel today. I hope you enjoyed the stories and conversations and found the quiz challenging yet fun. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us for more daily English learning content. Until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day.